Alright, I hope the mic is further away. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Mimic video, and today we're going to talk about a guide on chapter, what was it, the newest one, chapter 30, Jealousy, right? So, it just came out yesterday, so I went in and played already with my group of friends. There were some bugs, okay, there were a lot of bugs. Sadly, but that's alright. Usually that's what happens when, game comes out immediately. Unless the dev doesn't playtest and stuff. But anyways, besides that point, I'm here to make a guide. They're pretty simple. Let's just jump straight into it. First things first. As soon as you spawn in, right, you're gonna walk straight, as you can see in the video here. I'm gonna put a video on screen. So this is just my playthrough with my group buddies. So as you can see, you walk straight, you're going to meet these two skulls, right? And then from there, you spawn in a different area. And you want to continue going until you get to a table with 4 hands, right? Get a table with 4 hands. And your objective is to find hearts. So where do you find these hearts? Well, they're scattered around that room. You just go around. You can go anywhere in that vicinity and find 4 hearts. I believe they just either spawn randomly or they spawn in the same exact location. I'm not too sure on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But once that's done, you're gonna bring those 4 hearts. You're gonna bring it to the table. You put it in the hands and you spin it. I believe 6 times, if I remember correctly. Once that's done, you're gonna move through a door that is closed. That was closed before, but now it's open, right? When you go through there, there's going to be a circle with an orb, okay? I believe everyone needs to be in that circle to start the encounter, right? So get your buddies into that circle, okay? Tell them to stop slacking. Once that's done, right, you're going to start a chase sequence. And get ready to run. You have unlimited stamina, no problem. This is Mimic. You have unlimited stamina, so you just run for it. Okay. Don't die. Don't be like me. While I was playing, I kind of, my frame was dropping horribly, so I kind of died. So it's okay. But yes, your point is to continue running. Once that's done, you're gonna get to this area here. Okay. Now this is I would say this is your first encounter. Okay. This is actually, let's count the table as your first encounter. The second here is the second encounter. So this is the second encounter. So your objective is, as you can see, you see these like monsters, right? So there's got to be another monster chasing you around the maze. But there's also objectives you need to find. You need to craft torches, and you need to use that torch and you throw it to the monster. Now, how do you craft these torches? You need 2 sticks and 1 cloth. Now, how do you get these 2 sticks and 1 cloth? There are objectives being shown on screen. It's like these red symbols, as you can see, right? You put them, and that's where the sticks and cloth are. They come from the same cave, by the way. So technically speaking, you can camp that one spot until it's available again. I wouldn't recommend that because the monster can spawn from underground, and that is the worst possible case, and you die, and that wouldn't be fun, right? So, technically speaking, you just need 2 sticks and 1 cloth from any area. Doesn't matter. They all come from the same location. So just find one of those red UI, right? You head to it, you interact with it, and boom. When you get 2 sticks and 1 cloth, you talk to those round monsters with teeth, right? It'll craft you a stick. Once you got the stick, right? Once you got the torch, it's not burned yet, so you need to find a way to burn it, which is where these purple hands come in play, right? You take the torch, right, and you go to those burning hands and you ignite it, right? And then you throw it towards the monster, as shown in the video. See, I'm looking for a monster, and then I left click. I believe either left click or just go straight to it, right? Once that's done, the door opens. I don't know how many times you have to throw it. I'm guessing 4, 3, not too sure. But yeah, you just throw torches at that monster that crawls out of from the underground, right? Once that's done, you see the exits. So just follow through the maze, and then you find the exit. Boom. That's second encounter. Pretty simple. Nothing too hard. There is a special encounter here that I want to show you guys. It's called Snowy Hell. I haven't gotten him, but what I've known from people said that it is a chance of spawning. You can also get a secret lantern, right? You can get a secret lantern, but it has a chance of spawning. I believe like 25% chance of spawning. So if you're lucky, good. From what I've heard, I haven't encountered myself, is you spawn in, right? And you have a shotgun. Your objective is to kill the Yeti monster. I don't know much of the monster's attack pattern. All I know is you have a shotgun. If you have a shotgun, that's good. That's a gun right there. Start blasting, okay? I don't care. You basically run and gun. You run and you shoot, you run and you shoot. Pretty simple. Don't die, okay? Start blasting the Yeti, okay? Okay, but that is a secret encounter if you catch the secret encounter anyway, but it's in that section after that. That's what I believe in anyway. If I got anything incorrect, please let me know in the comments. Once that's done, you going to keep moving, okay? You don't stop moving, you're gonna keep moving until you get to a cutscene of you pulling a blade off a wall, okay? Now your objective here is to, this is your third encounter, by the way. Don't worry, I'm gonna put timestamps so you guys can just go and find whatever encounter you need, right? So here, the objective here is you need to find bells, and same thing, like it pops up bell UI on screen as well, just like the previous encounter, how it shows you where the sticks are, right? Your objective is to memorize these, as you can see on screen here. So you need to find the bells, you need to activate all the bells, and you have to memorize the pattern on the screen, the 3x3. And it's like the same thing as the previous chapter. Is it the previous chapter? I believe it's the previous chapter. You just basically memorize and you re-click the same button again. Yeah. Once you've done that, okay, there's going to be a tentacle arm popping from the ground. Now, there's two ways to do this. Either you let yourself get catched and you spam E continuously, okay, to free yourself from the tentacle. Or you can back away from it and let the tentacle do its attack, right? Let it do its spiral attack. Once its hands back to normal, you can go in for the attack. Even though it's not glowing red, you can attack it. I believe I have a clip of recording of that, which is pretty cool. So technically speaking, you don't have to let the tentacle grab you at all. The pro tip here would be going far away from the tentacle. Let the tentacle does its attack, and then boom, you can go in and you can attack immediately, even without the tentacle being red. Because usually when it's red, it gives you a sign that it can be attacked, but you can attack way before that. I believe anyway. That's what I've got from my gameplay. If I've got, like I said, if I got anything wrong, you guys let me know in the comments. There will be bugs flying around, so you have a sword, start swiping it, no problem. And that should be it. After you finish all the bells, right? After you finish all the bells and you attack all the tentacles, your objective is to activate all the bells, basically. When you activate all the bells, you need to find a UI of a door as shown on screen here, right? And you need to do these symbols. Now, how do you do these symbols? So when you go towards it, you interact with it, right? But there's also another monster. There's another monster that you have to play Osu with. Okay, so be warned, be careful. He's gonna kill you. So make sure you tap the correct numbers on your screen or else you die. Simple as that. I believe you can also troll your teammate if, let's say if I'm doing it correctly and somebody else does it incorrectly, they can kill me. I know, it's pretty dumb. I hope they fix that. You don't have any weapons. The only way to dodge this monster is to play Osu with it, right? So the puzzle on the door, pretty simple. You go towards it and you press E, as you can see on screen here. Okay. there's 4 different patterns, and you just click the arrow that matches the symbol that you see on screen. So let's say you see star. Okay, for symbol star, it doesn't matter what order, you can just put it in any order, it doesn't matter. You press based on what symbols you see. Once that's done, actually before that, here's a tip. You can solve 3 of the symbols, and the last one you can randomize. So technically speaking, you can, if you see 3 symbols and you got all 3 on the pass key, good. The 4th key, you don't even have to think. You just click through until it finds the correct one, because it auto finishes. Yeah, so that's the pro tip there. But yep. So once you finish your first door, there's gonna be a second door, and there's gonna be a third door. Now I don't know if this is a bug or not, but the second door and the third door UI did not show up at all. If it does show up, you guys, good. That's an advantage. If it doesn't, well, crap. You have to go around the map and find it. Okay, but that should be it for that encounter. Once you've done that encounter, the door will open and you are free to leave. And next up we have is once you finish the door, right, you go through the door. Sadly, there's another chase sequence. So this is a special chase sequence, right? There will be certain corners where you actually have to turn back because the monster pops out. I didn't complete this on my own. I've noted there are some corners you have to turn back, but there were some I couldn't figure out where to go next. So it's just a run sequence. If you see the monster, turn back. If you see the monster, turn back. Pretty simple. Okay, don't let yourself dead. It'd be better you have teammates, because they can hold out their lanterns and you can still see their lights. So that's pretty helpful. But yeah, it's just a run encounter. Basically, you don't run straight forward all the time. You run and then you run backward, and you run and then you run backward, but you run backward into a different path. But I believe you can run ahead instead of getting to where the monster checkpoint is, right? You can run towards, continue running where you need to go. That's my guess anyway, but that's the run encounter. All you do is once you reach the end, there's a hole, you fall into it, and boom. And then it's just a straight step to hell through the random cutscene. Spoiler alert, okay? Click away. Once that's done, you're gonna fall into a tunnel with a bunch of eye, and you just walk to the end. Pretty simple from there. Now, I'm gonna consider this as the... What encounter are we on? We got the table, we got Snowy Hill, we got the second encounter. So this is 4th encounter. 4th encounter is it's a solo encounter. Your objective is to stay alive. This part here, you don't have any teammate. This is a solo thing. What you do is, I need to write down the encounter before I forget. You know, maybe I should prepare like a script way beforehand. Maybe that's okay. We roll with it. But this encounter is you're on a boat, and your objective is to find where the monster is coming out from the water. Right. Let me just write this real quick. 4th encounter. Okay. So he's gonna pop out. He's gonna say some random lines. Your objective is to not die. So find the monster. You press E on it, as shown on screen. Okay. Pretty simple from there. Not too shabby. Not too hard. If you die, I'm sorry. Skill issue. But you just press E on the monster. Pretty simple. Okay. Once that's done, you teleport into Japan, some village, God knows where, and you continue your path through until you find a house, a very traditional. I like these houses. Sorry, a very traditional house, and you step in. Okay, remember what it says on the dialogue, because this will be very important for the next objective. Now, this is our 5th encounter. Our 5th encounter is you need to make sure all the dishes are washed. Sorry, I'm like writing this down at the same time. You need to make sure all the dishes are washed. Okay. You need to check the cabinets for any sort of pest. So check cabinets. Okay. You check all the cabinets. It's not actually pests. It's a jump scare. But yeah, be prepared. You need to check all the cabinets. You need to sweep the floor. So sweep floor. Okay. You need to sweep the floor. You gotta do it. You gotta clean. Okay. You need to make sure the TV is turned off every time. So TV turn off. It doesn't look like there's a lot of tasks, but trust me, if you got a team spread out, it helps. Right, make sure the TV's turned off. You have a sanity system. As you can see here, you can pray to restore sanity. Pray sanity. Okay. You can only pray once per night. So once. So let me reconclude again. Hold on. I think that's not it anyway. You need to sleep before your father comes home. Yeah. So when you hear the bell, I would recommend for you to stop doing everything and go to bed immediately. Now, where's the bed? The bed is upstairs. You find it upstairs good? If you find it upstairs, if you find the stairs, then that's good because that's where the bed is. Yeah, just go up there, press E in the bed, and you go to sleep. A little warning, there will be a mini game when you're sleeping and when father's checking on you, okay? So, but besides that, to conclude, you need to wash dishes. Here's a tip. Dishes restores your sanity also, okay? So sanity restores your sanity. You need to check cabinets. You need to sweep the floor. The broomstick is located in the dining room. You see it. You need to turn off the TV. And if you get the chance, you can pray to regain sanity. But you only do it once per night. Okay. This is like Five Nights at Freddy's and Doors combined. So pretty simple from there. But remember what I said is you need to sleep. You need to also do the mini game when the father's checking on you. So yeah, don't forget those. It's a hard mini game. That's why I said it feels like you're playing Doors. But yeah, pretty simple from there. And you do it for, I believe, 5 times? It's 5 nights. 5 Nights at Freddy's. That's why I said it's like FNAF. So pretty simple from there. So once that's done and you do it for 5 times, yeah, it's gonna get crazy, trust me. It's a curse zone too. And I think you just... What's the next step here? Once all the sleeping and you do all the chores, you get teleport. Or you get into a cutscene, yes. You teleport into a subway station. Now, this is our, what's it, 6th encounter. Let me write that down. Sorry, it's like morning, it's freezing here, and I'm trying to keep myself warm. So, our 6th encounter is the subway. What do you do here? Well, run towards the end of the tunnel, go up the stairs, pretty simple from there. There's a barricade. There's a barricaded door, okay? You can't go through it until you find a crowbar. Now, how do you find this crowbar? Go to the left. That's where the crowbar is. You will see a body, and it's through the door, okay? You take the crowbar. Everyone gets the crowbar, and then you go find a barricaded door, and you break it down. No problem. Okay? And then you continue going, and then once you start hearing a train sound, you stay there and you hop on the train, okay? And that's it. Pretty simple. Short intermission on the train. There will be a period of time where you're gonna have to free yourself from the train, okay? So be careful. You have to free yourself from the train. You have to get all the way back in the back entrance of the train, and you spam E before the thing in the front of the train catches you. Yeah, there's gonna be hands. Pretty disgusting. But once you do that, you are free to go to move on the 7th encounter. Now, what is the 7th encounter, you may ask? What the 7th encounter, ladies and gentlemen, is we need to feed Larvaes to a door. Of course, nobody knew how to do this at the beginning. We all kept dying. So, your objective, grab Larvae, feed it to a certain door. Now, how do you reach this door? This door is pretty far. That's the issue. You need cooperation. You don't need cooperation. You can do this solo, but you need to bring a larvae, and you need to find an elevator. Okay, the larvae is scattered around the map. Okay, but your objective is to find a larvae. You can pass it to your teammates also, by the way, if you want to speed things up. But the larvae does eat you eventually, so do be careful. You gotta be quick. So there will be elevators, or like construction elevators type of thing. I don't know the word for it, sorry. But you find those elevators, you activate the lever on there because you can climb the ladder. Okay? And you need to get to the other side. Once you find a door, once you get close enough, it will let you know that this is the door that you need to feed the bug to. Okay? As you can see here on the video, that is the door right there. Yeah, looks pretty terrifying, but your objective is to feed 5 larvae into that door. But the issue here is there is a monster once you feed the first larvae. There's a monster, yes. The monster will be active, and the only way for you to stay alive, you can't outrun it, but you can get to high floor, the toilets, quote unquote toilets, toilet potty. You can stay on the potty, right? You stay on the potty. To stay alive from the monster. So the monster is only active in the beginning area. If you cross the bridge already, you're safe. The only thing you need to worry about is the statue. That's what it is. But yep, that's basically it. You bring larvae, you feed it to the door. Meanwhile, watch out for monsters. There is a monster at the beginning area that continuously chase you unless you get into a hiding place, which are the toilet potty. And of course there are a statue that moves. Now the statue is, you just have to look at it. When you look at it, it doesn't move. So we're talking like Doctor Who situation here. Okay, so look at the statue so it stops moving. And be careful of the monster in the beginning area. Pretty simple from there. You feed the larvae 5 times, then the door opens. Boom, we all live. Once that's done, you move into the next area. Now the next area is a curse zone. Now this is our 8th encounter. Let me just write this down real quick. 8 encounter, so I know. I can't speak. So I remember what I'm speaking. Okay, so our 8th encounter is a curse zone. Your objective is to pass through the dark area without getting eaten. Okay, so on screen you will see light up areas. All the other areas are dark. You need to follow the light, but there are monsters underground if you don't get the high ground. So all you have to do is move. Okay, move to the light area. The light areas are your safe zone. As long as you get to the light area, you're safe. If you stay on the dark area, you're dead. Okay, you don't die immediately, but you will die. So all you have to do is just get to it. Get to the light zone until you reach the end, which is a hole, I believe. I never got there because I died, but yeah, you just keep moving to the light area, and then until you find a hole, and then you can fall into it, and you're safe. Pretty simple on the 8th encounter, nothing too shabby. Now we're gonna move to the 9th encounter. So our 9th encounter area contains statues. Yeah, the same statue that you have to look at them so they stop moving, basically. And there are, I believe, 6 or 7 houses. I never counted. So there's 6 or 7 houses that you need to find. So the 6th and the 7th house, you need to do puzzles. Only one person can do the puzzles. So what are these puzzles? You need to find whatever object that it is requesting you to find. So on screen here, as you can see, for example, I'm looking for bell, telephone, teddy bear, foot, tank. I need to find a bell, telephone, teddy, foot, tank. Cool. I see the teddy bear. I click on it. If you click on the incorrect one, you will die. So be careful. But if you do click on air, you'll live. Okay. When you enter the area for the first time, it's pretty dark. It doesn't let you see much. You can get close to kind of figure out what's going on. But your objective is to find whatever item that it is requesting you to find. Once you've done that, the house gets burned and you're good. That's basically it. You find the object, the house gets burned, which means you're good. Now go find other houses and complete the rest of it. Now the house's location, I got no clue. Maybe somebody would do a schematic map somewhere someday. God knows. But yeah, pretty simple for the night encounter. Find cabins, find the object that's requesting you to find, and you're good to go. Pretty simple from there. And make sure not to, die from the statue and such if you're doing this on Nightmare eventually. About the item spawn though, I don't know if it spawns in the same place. But yeah, I don't know. But I wish everyone the best of luck. If I find anything new, if you guys find anything new, please let me know in the comments, because I'm still learning. But once you finish burning all the houses, okay, which probably will take a while, you will move to the next area. Okay. Now this area is the forest area, the red forest. Now this is Yurei. Okay, not Yurei from Spectre. It doesn't drain your sanity rapidly, but this is a boss fight. So this is our 10th encounter. Okay, your 10th encounter is you need to grab katana on the ground and you need to throw it at her. Pretty simple boss fight. Don't let her hit you. You're not gonna die immediately, but you take damage. But you need to grab the katana. You need to throw at her. Okay, but here's a pro tip. You can stack up katana, right? I think the max you can hold is 3. And then let her chase you, and you can throw all 3 katana. Sorry, I accidentally hit my mic there. You can throw all 3 katana at her. So that's rapid succession damage right there. So it's not gonna do like big damage, but it would save a lot of time. So that's the pro tip. Stack up the 3 katanas, let her chase you so she can run in a straight line, and rapid succession katana at her face, and you deal a lot more damage. Okay, sorry, faster damage. Pretty simple from there. Once you kill her, sorry, we're not done yet, are we? She will sometimes do special moves, like a tree from the ground, for example, and it's like flashing red. You need to throw a katana on the tree to make it degrowth, so it doesn't grow anymore. I don't know what that I don't know what it does, but just use a katana to smack it down. Pretty simple from there. And see, she also does a special moves where she stands still in one place and she spikes branches from underground up. At that point, you need to be in constant motion. You cannot stop. If you stop, you take damage, and that would be really bad if you were playing a Nightmare. Oh yeah, she's pretty simple. She got basic attacks and she got 2 special moves, which is the tree and random tree spikes growing from the ground attacking you. It's a spike. You don't have to worry much. As long as you're staying in motion, you're okay in this fight. And that is it for the 10th encounter. If I miss anything, let me know. Once you do that, she turns into a tree at the end, and you interact with the tree. Pretty simple from there, nothing too shabby. Once you turn into a tree, you go right next to it and you interact with it. And we're on to our 11th encounter. And this is the last encounter. Okay, this is the last encounter. Now, the last encounter is you continue moving. You don't stop. And then you will meet up with Shinigami. Be careful. this part is another running section. Another running section. Now what do you do in this section? You run. There are doors you need to open, and you need to be in constant motion. You don't stop. Okay, there's gonna be a cutscene, blah blah blah, and then you run for it. Okay, don't let Shinigami catch you. If Shinigami catch you, you're dead. But you need to keep moving. You don't stop moving. You need to open doors, and you just keep moving until you see a big area with a big white gate. That's what you're looking for. Once you know you're safe. Also, I wouldn't recommend you looking back. The monster looks terrifying. But anyways, once you do that, that's basically it. That is the 11th encounter, and the next thing you see here is the final encounter. And boom. You walk around and you should get a badge. Well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is chapter 3, Jealousy Guide on how to beat every encounter. If I miss anything, let me know in the comments. Okay? You guys new around here, please hit that like button if you, and also hit that subscribe button as well. I pretty appreciate you guys' support. And if I do miss anything, please let me know in the comments. Okay? We're all in this together. This is not High School Musical. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.